Alright guys, so I'm like super psyched right now. As I posted a video yesterday, I couldn't figure out why my plans weren't printing or like weren't formatting or exporting to a PDF, which is how I would go ahead and make the files to print them, so you have your plans and stuff. And for some reason, when I would go to print preview, this is like the original file that I was having problems with. It would print to this ridiculously like it would automatically put that to some ridiculously high number. And I don't really know why it does that. And to be quite honest with you, like at this point right now, before I was freaking out, I didn't know what to do. I was really upset. I was up to like 1:30 last night trying to figure this out. Went to bed, and I got up and I was like, well, my Piper Cub worked. The Piper Cub that I did the whole build video on and the tutorial on how to build it and everything. That worked. So I was like, what if I were to go ahead and open up the Piper Cub file, and then you take all of this right here, and make this into a block, and then just import the block onto that file, and just remove everything else, and then rename it, and it actually worked. So I'm very, very, very happy with that. This is going to be a 4-sheet plane. I just remembered that I needed to add some form of putting on turrets. I'm going to figure that out after I build it. Yeah, so I'm super psyched about this. Plans will be out later. I don't really know what the problem was with the original one. Just anybody that's going to watch this that's a developer or an admin of the LibreCAD forum where I put in a post asking what my problem was. I don't really know why it went to such high numbers, but now I have 1 inch set to 432, which it should be, unlike with the original one where I had to find a number that fit, and my number was 10 to 50, and that would allow me to put that on there. So that's obviously way too big, and it's just incorrect, and I really don't know what's going on with that. So I'm just gonna leave that, kind of forget about that, I guess. But now that these are done, I will have the planes out very soon. And these are still beta plans, alright? So if you build this, I cannot guarantee that they will work because I have not tested them yet. You're looking at probably at least a, let's see, probably a little under a 60-inch wingspan. That's just a guess. This is the fuselage. I haven't actually finished or made plans for the wings. Well, I have the file made. I haven't measured them out perfectly yet, but this is gonna be a very big aircraft. I think it might be scaled to the P-51, where like if the P-51 was a real aircraft and so was this B-17, the scale would be correct. I'm not sure. It's probably a little bit smaller than what it should be for that scale to the micro or the mini power pod flight test P-51. So I'm really happy with this. Gonna have the plans out. I'm gonna post beta plans, which is you're just gonna see what you get here, and obviously I need to like go ahead and make all this have directions and stuff. I think I might be doing a build video, which is gonna be a super long video. I don't even know how I'm gonna film it. I need to take my 518 SD card out of my phone, but yeah. So this is what I got going on right now. I have the plans up really soon, and I'm gonna start cutting and tracing and hopefully maybe building today. I bought this. I'm building this out of Elmer's foam board because that's just what I've always used. It's a lot more expensive than normal foam board and a lot heavier, and I probably should be building things out of it, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Also, one other thing, let's see here. Excuse me. Let's see. I think this is it. This might not be it. Because of painting things and stuff that I have, I'm thinking about doing a paint job like this for the final one. that will be the final test and stuff. My version does not have this little turret gun on the bottom right here. It's the earlier B-17. The tail gunner thing guy right here, tail gunner is he's I haven't put in. I'm thinking about either making that out of paper or the oak tag stuff. That's what I use for my builds. I use oak tag. I think it's easier to work with. I may have some foam board reinforcement in there. I haven't added anything yet. As of right now, I do not have a area for like the front. It just kind of ends right there. I still have to do that. I have the structure made for the wings. Don't have a ball turret up here. I know there's a ball turret underneath here. And these are called, what are these called? Waist gunners. These are called waist gunners. So what I suggest you do for the waist gunners, there's going to be like, there is no cutout for this currently. So when you cover your entire plane with oak tag, which is what I'm going to use, I suggest you use the cardstock or whatever the flight test use. I always forget what it's called. The entire plane, because it's basically a tube, is going to be covered with that mostly, except for the control surfaces and all that stuff. So what I suggest you do is, for this one section right here, if you have like black foam board laying around, I would make it out of that. Or if you just want to paint the inside of your foam board first before making this little cutout in your outer covering right there, because that'll give it like a kind of look that it'll look like it's actually you're looking into the inside of the plane. If it's just white, it's probably not going to look that well or that good. But I think this is going to be my final kind of paint job with the red and everything, because I do have a lot of red paint. I do not have a lot of like this color paint, which is what you commonly see B-17s with. Let me just pull up some other, there was another picture I wanted to do. I didn't put it in here though. Let's see, where was that? See, like for this one, I don't really have the paint to do this one. Here it is. There's something I like. So I haven't done a yellow plane yet. I do like the black on here. Now everything kind of lines up. For this gray, I would just leave that like the normal foam board white. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I did spend $15 yesterday on 5 sheets of foam board, so that's kind of a financial hit. Alrighty. Yeah, so it's either going to be something like this with this paint job. I would love to see somebody, that's interesting, do the yellow, or I'm probably going to do the yellow one. I would love to see somebody go all out with the paint jobs and everything, because the B-17s did have a lot of paint, different colors that they had. Here's one with a little bit of green on it. So yeah, that's what I got going on right now. Gonna finish putting the plans together and everything. You see, I don't have this part, like the front bubble made yet. I don't know how I'm gonna make that. If you guys have any tips, that'd be great. So let's see, what else do I need to go over? There is a bottom bubble right here. Oh, I just remembered, on the actual plane, when they would land, this little bubble right here would actually retract up into the plane, the aircraft. So it's interesting how what did I just do? My Google's been acting up a little recently. It's interesting how only one engine has that kind of color on it. I just noticed that. But this would actually retract up into the plane, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting that in the final one, because most of my planes so far are belly landers, because I cannot afford the wire. Well, I can't afford the wire. I just haven't gone out and got it yet for the gear and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So that bubble would retract up into the aircraft as it was landing, so that it didn't drag the gunner on the ground. Yeah, also I want to go over, yeah, this right here. I don't have this on mine. I'm not sure if I want to add that or something. I don't know yet. What is that? Oh. I'm not sure if I want to add that or something. That was on the B-17, one of the later models. But, yeah. There's a B-24. So this is one of the later models with the front bottom turret there. I currently have an earlier one. Oh yeah, we do have a back kind of, I'm gonna call it like spinal turret right here. That's just gonna be a cutout, so you're gonna want to paint the inside of that little area right there black. Yep. All right. Well, that's about all I need to have to say. There is gonna be I am gonna put a pin up on this, so like this would be a pin up right here is a perfect example. Memphis Belle. I'm not sure what pinup I'm gonna put on it yet, but yeah. So after a long night of trying to figure out what was wrong with my LibreCAD, I guess I kind of solved the problem. Not really, but I'm happy with just the fact that I can actually print out the plans and get everything going and done up in here. This is my folder, my file folder for everything. B-17 related. I think there's one mismatched file out over in the Piper Cub. And I want to thank you guys again for whoever's beta testing the Piper Cub for me. I just don't have the foam board to do it right now, and it takes up a very small amount. I'll pull it up for you guys if anybody wants to. These are some of my current builds. The LVC. Actually, I'll go over that in a different video. Piper Cub. The plans for the Piper Cub are actually really simple. Actually, I think I already have it open, as a matter of fact. Here we go. These are the plans for the Piper Cub. It is very small, one-sheeter fuselage. This one does actually come with a kind of like diagram of what you want your oak tag sheets to cut out with. Most of my planes, you're gonna have to figure that out yourselves. Sorry guys, with this one, this is the canopy, so it's gonna go kind of like right here. There is a cover right here, though I wasn't able to find, figure out or put that in. A really simple, small build. It is the Piper Cub. It should work fine. When I actually was looking at the how everything would line up and everything, the wings and elevators and all the control surfaces seem really, really big compared to the actual fuselage. But then again, when I looked at the actual aircraft, it did that's how they did scale. It did scale correctly. So this is another perfectly scale Piper Cub or aircraft that I've designed. I do kind of have plans out for this. There's a flight test forum post about it. If anybody's interested, I'll definitely link you. All the plans are free, of course, and this was kind of like my tutorial build. So yeah, that's that. This is my B-17. As you can see, the tail is just huge. The tail is actually going to be. Oh, I did forget to add that. I should do that right now. So the tail is going to be it's going to be two pieces of foam board kind of glued together, because that's how the original B-17 had a very thick tail, and I really wanted to get that aspect of the build in there. That's why this is so wide and stuff, these spaces in between here. Forgot to fix that, that's okay though. 70 is 75 my original? 75, yes it is. No, is it? Oh, I remember. So what I did was I scaled everything, all of these lines right here. So all of the offset lines to 402 inches to 1. that's just how this works. If you watch my tutorial video, you understand what I'm talking about, or you might just understand by yourself. I had to up that to 432 though, and I did not go back and edit any of these lines. So is it going to be tight, or is it going to be? It's going to be tight. All these parts are going to be very tight on there. I'm not sure how much actual space 402 to 432 is. It's a very, very, very small amount, probably less than a millimeter, but it is going to affect the build slightly. I don't think there's going to be any major problems. Maybe when you're building the fuselage, I really wish the fuselage would fit on one thing, because all of this stuff right here, all of those, attaches right to the back of this thing right here. So I wish that we could have one continuous fuselage. That'd be a lot stronger. But you are going to have to put some duct tape in on this build. That's okay though, because it is relatively pretty forward on the aircraft. And yeah, so I'm going to be going over doing another video on all my builds so far, what's going on, keeping everybody up to date with my my plans and everything, my build plans. And yeah, so that's it. I'm just going to fix this thing real quick, and then that'll be it. So there you guys go. These plans will be out a little later today for beta testing. This is not final, just beta testing. And